It's summertime. And I know you've heard about hot girls summer. I think that's hot brat summer. I don't know. I don't pay attention to
I
this.
don't know.
But I've got something for you, my friend. This is something that I have worked on, that I have compiled a list with the people here at Bluff City Media. This is Hot Grizz Summer. We are going to be talking all summer about the top 15 Grizzlies of all time, as voted on, or as compiled on by your people here at Bluff City Media. I went and I pulled everybody. I got this list. I just thought it would be fun. It's let's talk about. We all like the Grizzlies. We need stuff to talk about. Let's talk about the best 15 Grizzlies of all time. There were so many people that showed up on this list. I wanted to do an honorable mentions first.
I see a lot of my guys on this list.
There's a lot of guys, there's a lot of your guys on here. I will say, for clarification's sake, the main top 15 Grizzlies list will not include any Vancouver Grizzlies, just because, that being said, there's a couple on here I want to talk about, because I know you and I had a couple Vancouver boys on here. One, Sharif Abdul-Rahim, and Big Country, for starters.
Mike Bibby, like those guys were the original
Bibby.
G's from Memphis. Like they were kind of what built this franchise. Sharif was the high flyer before we had Ja Morant. Big Country was getting boards. Big, he walked so that Mark and Powell could run.
Yep.
Jason Williams, when he was here with Memphis back in the day,
White chocolate.
White chocolate. My boy Jamichael Green here, the ultimate glue energy guy for the Grizz. But yeah, man, when you sent those lists, I sat down and I really tried to be thoughtful of all time Grizzlies, including Vancouver, and of course had to talk about Sharif and Big Country as some of the founders of this franchise.
Man, Big, I love. Nothing really makes me happy than a dude that is just I'm talking about Big Country, a big old boy who just is good at one thing, rebounding, plays basketball for 5 years, gets the hell out of there and goes back to his farm. I'm all for that.
Listen, when I was a young lad growing up, I watched Bryant Reeves at Oklahoma State and was like, that's me. I'm a big lumbering white guy who gets a ton of rebounds. I'm all in on this too. And he goes to the Grizzlies, and I'm like, all right, I'm a Vancouver fan. It is what it is.
I love it.
So the first basketball jersey I ever got was a reversible Bryant Reeves Vancouver Grizzlies jersey that my nephew still has. Love that thing. I wore that thing every single. I bet it smelled to high heavens. I wore that thing every day, man. Huge Bryant Reeves fan. And then Wayne in the comments talking about Bano. Bano Udre is the true GOAT. If you know, you know. And Bano was like that clutch player who just made the right pass, the right bucket. There was a stretch there where he was just like the most unbeatable basketball player in the world. He was Linsanity before Linsanity was a thing. I will always appreciate the GOAT. Because when I sent you my list, I had a GOAT emoji beside Bano Udre's name. Because
I can't tell you. There were multiple people that reached out to me with this list and was like, "Hey man, is it okay that I included Bino on there?" And I was like, "Brother, he's on my list." I had multiple people be like, "Hey, is this all right? Is it okay? I know this is supposed to be serious. Is it okay that I included him?" It would not yet. Boom.
Ball knowers. They was the GOAT. I loved watching that dude hoop, and just like it was like 6 or 8 games where he was just lethal. And then he just went back to being a regular guy and played overseas after that. But he was it
was great.
Talk about a cult hero in Memphis. We've had Yuki, we've had these guys over the years. Bano was the guy back in the day.
And in terms of modern-ish guys on that were mentioned that I wanted to include, we talk about Jamichael Green. You and I talk about Jamichael Green a lot. We both really like him. I mean, with those core four, a lot of the times he was the fifth guy that would just help us get
energy.
Yep.
Yeah, he was the glue guy that did the little things well. Rebound, shot block, just a hustler. My favorite Jamichael Green memory, though, happened after he left. He was with the Nuggets, and he's out there shooting during warm-ups, and they're interviewing their Rob Fisher, and he's standing there, and they ask him, "Have you heard any word if Jamichael Green's going to play?" And he looks over his shoulder, and he goes, "J-Mike, you playing tonight?" And J-Mike goes, "Nah." And he goes, "Jamichael Green is out tonight."
Oh, I love it. I didn't see that.
It's so great.
Man, I miss his face. I tell you that. He would have Edward gets it. He would have been amazing if he could shoot.
Oh, my boy couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat. But you talk about blocking and rebounding and 50-50 balls. Again, He wasn't there for buckets. He wasn't there for anything but energy and hustle and a smile on the bench. That was the smilingest dude we've ever had on this team.
Yeah, it was.
I stand for Jermichael Green.
Same. The only other modern dude that's on this list, Tyus Jones, got a lot of love on this list, and I think it's important because he was, especially for a lot of I don't want to say new fans, but the Grizz Next Gen fans, like he's very, 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 very key to the formation of that team and the development of that team, because he was the backup point guard on those teams when we really needed. I mean, a big reason. I mean, the reason he got paid and a reason the Grizzlies better with John Morant conversations first started is because Tyus played so good, and I think that's one reason why a lot of people wanted to give him.
We're talking about good all time good Grizzlies,
all time DG,
like all time good Grizzlies, not white boys that you like.
Yeah, white chocolate is on this list, brother. But that's the top 15. These are the honorable mentions. Jitty must be 12th. Actually, Jitty was just outside the top 15 at 16, brother. I'm sorry. We are going to be dropping these throughout the summer. Might be doing every Friday. I haven't decided yet, but we're going to be doing three at a time after this. So next time we do this, we're going to have 15, 14, and 13 for you. And it's a good list. If you're a Grizzlies fan, if you're a ball knower, when we give you this list, I think you're going to like it. I was pretty happy with this list as we went about it. But yeah, we'll be dropping more of that next week.